This channel does not promote any violence, harmful or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
Before your Lordship takes up these matters, I have a completely different thing to mention. Yesterday, my clerk was bitten by a dog in this precincts. Lordship, we have to call the Calcutta Corporation to impound some of these dogs. They have become a whole litter and they need to be neutered.
The problem is, madam, I found some of the employees
They feed them. We have to stop
Not
that.
only the employees, but some of the advocates also.
That is very unfortunate.
And this nemesis, my lord, is not there.
Lordship, this could also be
My lord, in fact, my lord, this nemesis is not there only in this high court prison. It is there in the entire city.
No, but
in
I'm
the
now
morning,
talking confining
when I go
myself
for
to the
morning
High
walk,
Court.
when I go for morning walk,
My clerk had to be rushed to ID hospital to take anti-rabies injection.
They will go.
See, the problem is street dogs.
anti-rabies can be given.
That has to be done.
So that's a very difficult process.
No, when I was the Registrar General, this thing was taken care of, and there are the NGOs who are taking care of, and they are dealing with the matter. Anti-rabies injections are given there. They are that sterilization process is also going on.
Your Lordship, my practical problem was I rushed him to Louis Pasteur. They said we are closed after 2 o'clock. I had to take him to infectious disease hospital because nobody else said we can give this injection. So, and thereafter also he has been told that he has to come back on regular intervals. He was going home, but he cannot go home because he has to be given intervals, the injection. Lordship, I'm just worried that this could happen to anybody, any of us. There was no reason for the dog to bite. He had passed the dog by, and yet it came and bit him, and very badly. Therefore, I was praying, Lordship, if necessary, I can move a petition also.
No, don't move a petition. You ask the clerk to give a representation to the Registrar General.
I will do that, and I will also inform the Calcutta Corporation advocate. If he is appearing before your Lordship, they can impound some of these. It's become a huge... It's the obligation of Calcutta Corporation. They neither neuter the dogs nor do they impound them.
Living being.
Some of them are now found on the upper corridors also. They come up the stairs.
The food that is the litter. If it's a routine and irregular.
My lord, I am praying for short possible.
না না ওটা ধরে নিয়ে অন্য কথা হচ্ছে
All right. Yes, please call.
এখন ধরে নিয়ে এই ধরেছে
Lordship, I am handing over to your Lordship. Your Lordship had desired on the last occasion that the orders that have been passed by your Lordship from time to time, I'm giving a copy to my learned friends also. Certain things your Lordship had given a lot of importance. One of them was creation of the Center of Excellence. They had come forward, the Additional Solicitor General had come forward to say that there is no difficulty in finding a center, but manpower management is an issue. Therefore, I was praying, Lordship, this issue particularly should be given some importance and a Center of Excellence.
No, before that, we'll just ask the Government Pleader.
Your Lordship's
25th of April.
My lord, there are 3 directions passed by your Lordship upon
One, the 1,000 rupees. That is
my
very...
lord, the first aspect is on 2004 October, my lord, it was submitted on behalf of the union that they had disbursed a sum of rupees 10 crores. Your Lordship asked me to file a report as to how that rupees 10 crore has been utilized. Number 1. Number 2 is with regard to, my lord, procurement of 5 wheelchairs for the police hospital. And number 3 is with regard to increase of that monthly stipend of rupees 1,000.
1,000.
With regard to the first aspect, that is of rupees 10 crore utilization, my officer is coming, my lord, because we were under the impression it will be taken up. She is coming up with the utilization certificate. The entire money has been utilized for treatment, for procurement of medicines, for giving medicines. My lord, entire money, the utilization certificate is there. With regard to
If that is so, the madam's client also, she would have been a beneficiary.
Yes.
I can share that
Then
utilization.
you give a copy of that report, let them.
It is coming, my lord.
All right, let him
he just
come. Let
told
him
me
come,
that
sure.
this is one. My lord, secondly is with regard to that procurement of 5 wheelchairs. My lord, they have floated a tender for this procurement of 5 wheelchairs. Inadvertently, I am told over phone, my lord, yesterday only. Instead of 5, my lord, they had floated the tender with regard to 3 wheelchairs. Now, my lord, today they are going to.
And why, how much
Your
is
Lordship,
the-
unfortunately, Your Lordship will see in one of the orders that they have said the wheelchair has already been arranged for.
No,
And
there
now
is-
they are saying they are.
No, no, there is my lord, there is already one wheelchair.
No,
Further
no.
five.
Why do you require a tender for 5 wheelchairs?
My lord, these are all government hospitals, my lord, for procurement, my lord, they have to. Well, they will get it. They will do it, my lord, as soon as they can, my lord. Within 10-15 days, my lord, they will get it.
They can go purchase it from open market.
Yes.
Under the expenses head.
Your lordship may kindly pass the order in that regard. They will do it.
See, these are all priority matters, sir.
No, it will be done. It will be done. My lord, in
Government
fact, I'll tell you.
Financial rules or rules of business of the government do permit in appropriate cases to waive such procedure. Like short tender, suppose the rule says that a minimum 130 days time should be given. A short tender notification stipulating lesser time limit can be floated.
Wonderful.
And in certain emergency situation, tender process itself can be done away with, and whoever is the regular supplier can be asked to supply on competitive rates. We pass an order. Then what about
That third aspect, my lord, with regard to that 1,000, my lord. Now, my lord, I have been told by the social welfare department, because they were paying this amount, that across the board, for all the disabled persons, it is not only restricted to people suffering from muscular dystrophy or DMD. My lord, it is across the board for all the disabled persons. There is a scheme since 2020. My lord,
but see, sir,
Lordship
person with disability is
is
different
from rare disease
that is, my lord, they are also holding that disability card, UDID.
Correct.
So,
But then a person with disability, let us assume he has got some locomotor disability. He can be employed. He can be employed in the private or in the government, or he may be doing some business. But these are people who cannot do. They are all children.
subject
Yes.
to correction, even
Lordship, I will
my lord, they are, my lord, in regular life they are also employed, my lord. It's not subject to
not
correction.
at all. My learned friend is wrongly
My lord,
informed.
in fact,
These
my lord,
are
where this
mostly children. They-
children are attending hospital, attending schools.
A lot of
Even they are
difficulty.
attending schools.
Some of the children are attending schools.
Not
All the
all of
children
them
are not
are.
able
Some
to
of
attend the
them.
schools.
I never said all.
তাহলে তুমি বলছো
Lordship,
সেটা বলো
I humbly
যে not all.
beg
মারামারি
that
করার
they
জন্য
should
আসেনি।
make.
But my learned friend, my lord, is always. এই, আমি বারবার বলছি এটাকে অ্যাডভার্সারিয়াল নয়, তুমি
This
বলছো
is
তার
not
সেটা
an
নয়।
adversarial
হ্যাঁ, এই
litigation.
ছেলেটা সবসময় এটা
No,
করে।
no, আমরা কিন্তু আমাদের এটাও বলা দরকার।
বিকাশদার সঙ্গে না থেকে বাড়িদার সঙ্গে থেকে এটা হয়েছে।
মন্তব্য দেখো
হ্যাঁ?
এটা তোমার মুখে মানায় না, তাহলে দাও। এই যে কথাটা বললে না, বিকাশদার সঙ্গে না থেকে বাড়িদার সঙ্গে হয়েছে, এটা দিস ইজ ভেরি আনফরচুনেট স্টেটমেন্ট লাইক এ সিনিয়র অ্যাডভোকেট লাইক ইউ।
তার কি করে বললাম?
ওই জন্যই অনেক কিছু হয়নি।
তাকে তার হয়নি।
তোমাকে বলতে হবে না কার কি হয়েছে না হয়েছে।
কি হয়নি এটা বলা ঠিক হয়নি তোমার?
ওটা ঠিক হয়নি, তাহলে তুমি বলবে, তুমি শুনবে না।
হ্যাঁ, ও আমাকে পার্সোনালি অ্যাটাক করছে, বলছে তোমার অনেক কিছু হয়নি, তোমার কি বলে?
বলিনি তো, রেকর্ডেড, এটা রেকর্ড হচ্ছে, বাড়ি গিয়ে শুনবে কি বলেছি।
হ্যাঁ? কারণ তো টেন্ডার করার জন্য যা সব গালাগাল দিচ্ছে, টেন্ডার কেন হবে?
পেজিনেশন করেনি, এতগুলো পাতা পেজিনেশন করেনি।
কিসের টেন্ডার? দুজন হুইলচেয়ার 5 লক্ষ টাকার উপরে দাও।
আসেনি আমার কাছে কোনো হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ আসেনি।
বলছে আমার যে কোনো প্রায়োরিটি, যেরকম স্টেরয়েড মেশিন, এক্স্যাক্টলি
ভেরি লিমিটেড, এটাই মূল কথা। তবে এটাই মূল কথা।
বসে আসার পরে হাতটা
দুটো আমাদের লিস্টের দিকে দুটো
And the fourth issue we pointed out was why 3-bed ICU unit should not be established in police hospital.
Police hospital.
You
And
please
they should
state-
not be given to any other patients. It should be designated for these
3 beds.
Your Lordship, may kindly takes my lord. I have one copy with the annexures. The other is without annexures. My lord,
Lordship, we are getting more and more.
I have the photographs.
Paperwork is being happening, but these particular children are dying. There is a parent here, he's an officer of this court. Lordship, he says that by
Lordship,
10
kindly
years
cease indoor
age, they cannot even use their hands, let alone walking. So they are different from other patients disability patients.
We will increase, we will say that the normal amount of stipend given with persons with disability shall not be made applicable to cases relating to people suffering from rare disease, because this is a very rare disorder and they are required to be treated as a class, separate class by
They are.
themselves.
My lord, if your Lordship kindly sees my report. My lord, rare disease, OPD, all the children with muscular dystrophy are clinically evaluated by multidisciplinary team of doctors from various departments. These are the departments of IPGMR. The first clinical examination is performed after enrollment of COE under national policy. Routine blood tests, imaging, all these are done. Genetic counseling, supportive therapy, dental checkup, and your Lordship kindly sees indoor admission facilities, the next paragraph, my lord. The next headline. 8 beds for male and female patients with rare diseases kept reserved at the indoor ward of KPH for rare diseases, including muscular dystrophy. 5 beds are equipped with life support systems. One such bed is placed at the daycare center for children to manage any adverse reaction during infusion of drugs for rare diseases. In the annex to IPGMAR, the emergency of KPH is merged with that of SSKM hospital main campus. Any rare disease patient attending SSKM hospital for emergency will be initially evaluated at SSKM hospital, and after initial stabilization, he or she will be admitted at SSKM hospital ward, CCU neurology, ICU, Ramrik hospital ICU, or at KPH indoor rare disease beds at priority basis. The admission in the respective wards, main campus, or the various annex hospitals will be subject to the availability of beds. The 24 hours on-duty doctors at indoor ward of KPH will be managing rare disease. The pediatric muscular dystrophy cases will be admitted at pediatric ward of PICU of SSKM hospital as per requirement. Then there is a programs awareness.
So this police hospital is in the same campus.
It is next. Yeah.
Your Lordship, one of the patients died because there was no availability of a bed in this hospital. They are not keeping these
Here
beds
also they say so, subject to availability of bed.
subject to availability. They might say come next day or day after. They don't have that time.
Sir, if you can consider at least 3 beds ICU in the police hospital itself, because otherwise we exclusively for this people with rare disease.
Well, this doctor who has written this report, Dr. Shuchananda Mukherjee, well, she is the head of the department. She takes care of each and every. I have spoken to her and she had also attended the Lordship's courtroom. Well, she takes care of each and every person suffering with rare
No,
disease.
we are not attributing anything that they are not doing, etc. We are trying to suggest so that you can upgrade the facility. We are only, we will take note of
But
this.
from very first day, my lord, we have said, my lord, this is not an adversarial litigation. Whatever order,
Not an adversarial
whatever orders-
litigation, but I would still like
whatever
to file
orders come from your lordship, my lord,
because I'm getting practical information of what is actually on the field.
No, we'll make that,
But I'll take-
we'll keep the recommendation alive.
Lordship.
Let them respond.
My lord, every time, my lord, whatever has fallen from your lordship, whatever direction has come from your lordship, my lord, we have tried to, my lord, our best, my lord, to
All
comply.
right, first we'll deal with this. Please come. We have heard so on. By order dated 25/4/2025.
Your Lordship, before your Lordship passes the order, there was another direction regarding giving steroids.
Thank you.
Now-
We'll complete this, madam. 25/4/2025, 4 issues were pointed out. The first of which being 4 issues were pointed out, namely, 1, as to how rupees 10 crores sanctioned and paid to IPGMER Kolkata has been utilized. The learned senior advocate appearing for the state submitted that his officer has prepared a report and the utilization certificate will also be placed before this court, and copy of which will be handed over to the learned advocate for the petitioner, who is entitled to respond to such note / certificate. The next aspect is with regard to the enhancement of stipend of ₹1,000 paid to the patients of rare disease. The response of the state is that throughout the state is that all persons with disabilities have been paid a monthly stipend of ₹1,000, and same has been extended to persons suffering from rare disease. So far as persons suffering from rare disease are concerned, they cannot be equated to a person who is normally classified as a person with disability, though the person suffering from rare disease is undoubtedly a person with disability. However, the disability is more severe, as it is a degenerative disease. Therefore, the person suffering from rare disease should be treated as a class by themselves, and the stipend of ₹1,000 should be increased, as this will be wholly inadequate. The court would suggest the stipend of ₹5,000 per person suffering from rare disease. In this regard, the appropriate authority of the state government is at liberty to respond by filing a report in the form of an affidavit. With regard to the other direction issue was with regard to providing wheelchairs, 5 mechanized wheelchairs, and that same was required to be procured within 7 days. This direction has not been complied with, and it is submitted on behalf of the state that inadvertently, instead of it's submitted by the state that tenders have been called for 3 wheelchairs, mechanized wheelchairs. It is not clear as to why the authority should resort to a tender process for procuring 5 mechanized wheelchairs, as undoubtedly the tender process is time consuming. Providing wheelchairs is a basic necessity, more particularly mechanized wheelchair, considering the condition of the patients suffering from rare disease. Therefore, the appropriate authority of the state government shall take an expeditious decision and ensure that the 5 mechanized wheelchairs are procured and supplied to the hospital not later than 13th of June 2024.
13th of June.
13th of June. The next aspect which was pointed out is that as to why a 3-bed ICU unit should not be established in the police hospital. The head of department, Department of Neurology, and nodal officer, COE of rare disease, IPGME and R, SSKM Hospital, Kolkata, along with Professor and Head of Department, Department of Pediatric Surgery, and Chairman of Rare Diseases Committee, IPGME and R -SSKM Hospital, Kolkata, have filed a report. With regard to, among other things, the following has been stated with regard to indoor admission facility. It is no doubt true that adequate facility has been provided in the SSKM hospital, stated to be in the same campus where the police hospital is situated. However, in terms of para C of the above report, para B of the above report, the admission of the patients will be subject to availability of beds. This being a common feature, it is the full stop. The court can take judicial notice of the fact that there is overcrowding in the hospitals, and very often beds are not available. Therefore, this court suggested that a 3-bed ICU unit could be established in the police hospital exclusively to cater to the persons suffering from rare disease, apart from the facility available in the SSKM hospital and the other hospitals which are situated in and around the police hospital. This issue may be addressed adequately, and a report be submitted on the next hearing date. Then what else, madam? Please.
Your Lordship, regarding the amount that my learned friend was saying, 1,000 rupees is given to all disability patients who are card holders. First and foremost, most of our clients are still not disability card holders. Lordship, I am saying that disability and rare disease are two different aspects. For rare disease, they should come with a policy to give money.
That's what we have said.
I could
See,
not
a
hear
person cannot be treated on par with a person with disability.
Lordship.
That we have said. But undoubtedly, a person with rare disease is also a disabled person.
Yes, they
So,
are disabled.
Vice versa, it may be correct. But for the purpose of stipend, he can't be compared with.
Yes,
person.
Lordship, I'm so grateful.
We have
I'm so-
recommended 5,000, let them come back.
Lordship, now I was coming to the fact regarding steroids. Here they have said they're being given steroids regularly. But what we had tried to point out earlier occasions also, and your Lordships have recorded, that these particular patients have a lot of difficulty in coming. If they're asked to come every month, that itself is a big burden. We had said that supply us more quantities of this particular medicine, the steroid that is
No,
given.
in this today's report, which paragraph deals with steroids?
Lordship, Lordship, there. Lordship,
Supply of medicines, madam, my lord,
G.
tablet so and calcium
Deflazacort.
The pharmacy of KPH.
MD.
on prescription. Lord, it cannot be supplied more, my lord. It's based on the prescription, my lord. The dosages are based on prescription.
Every month you have to take.
Yes, it's based on prescriptions, my lord.
As per the body weight they're given, Lordship, that's a fixed amount. As per the body weight, if the body weight increases,
How often they should come for the review medical checkup?
they come after every 6 months. That is such a long period of time. There could be so much of disimprovement within that period.
Now, see, 6 months, this tablet has to be taken every day, is it? Every day. So, for 6 months, it will be a huge
6 months
quantity.
I'm not asking.
Anyhow, if the patient need not come, the parent or somebody else can carry the prescription. Probably at a single point of time, we can ask them to, supply 2 months dosage.
At least that will also
2
help.
months dosage means 60 to 65 tablets. If they, in between, if they need not come to the hospital, then after the 2 months, if he is due for checkup, then the patient will come.
Then the patient
Or
will.
the parent will come after 2 months.
Lordship would kindly record that the parents will be given, because that has been the difficulty. They will not give it unless the patient is there. That is what, if your Lordship passes an order, that the parents,
Patient has to be checked up.
no, if it's the
Patient
same
has already
medicine being
been-
repeated.
Already been examined, and this particular drug has been prescribed. So what they say is, if the patient has to come once in 6 months for review, in between, for the purpose of getting the medicine alone, the patient has to come. Is it
It is so
required?
difficult.
Because so that it is not misused.
No.
Somebody has come. Please.
Sir, he has come with that.
It is necessary to monitor the health checkup or like report.
No, the thing is, madam, if the patient comes, in case an evaluation has to be done, because they have said, no, some blood test or DEXA or just dental checkup, that will help.
If Lordship, that is not.
Dr. Mukherjee, sir.
Welcome, madam.
My lord, she wants, my lord, whenever these medicines are given after a month, before giving these steroids, they want to check up the patients. That is why it is being given. It can be. But it can be given, my lord, it can be given for 2 months, but not.
Minimum period after you
Madam,
administer.
come in front.
Your Lordship,
Once you administer the medicine, whether is there any fixed period that after a period of at least 1 month or 2 months only it is required that the patient
No,
should?
ma'am, actually it should be given for a prolonged period because it is a definitive drug as of now. Because there is this drug which is gene therapy is exorbitantly costly. So it's not the standard care of therapy. So this drug, deflazacort, this is routinely used for DMD cases, but it should be continued for a prolonged period if the patient can tolerate the drug. So it can be given for 2 months or 3 months, but before that, we have to see the cases, whether there is any side effect.
Professor, what we can do is, the patients are supposed to come, let us say, you have got a cycle once in 6 months
Oh.
or 3 months. Whatever is the, as per the doctor's advice, the patient will come with their parents for a routine checkup in your report you have said. And you said, all right, continue.
Yes.
What they say is, if only 15 tablets are given, once again is,
Yes.
so if you can consider giving 2 months dosage, and at the end of 2 months, probably the patient can travel with the parents. You make a small checkup, like you have said, immunization or dental checkup and supportive therapy, how it's going on. If the parents need any counseling, at that time, another 2 months you give. By then, that cycle will come. The 6th month or the 5th month, the patient will come.
Okay, sir. 2 months therapy, that can be done.
And one more thing, madam, we are suggesting a 3-bed ICU in police hospital. We have seen your report, adjoining campus, etc. is there. But speaking for myself, at least on an average, I make about 5 to 7 requests to your hospital for admission of our staff members, our dependents, or near relatives. Because your pressure is so much on you that we don't deny at all. But the problem is, if suppose he is being taken to the SSKM ward or CCU neurology ward, and there are no beds available. If suppose some basic facility can be created.
Lordship, actually not basic, it's ICU facility. I've just been told his son, he's an employee of this Honorable High Court, his son has been suffering from DMD. He says that ICU facility is required because the first and foremost thing is oxygen. And oxygen.
Now oxygen has been provided in the police hospital.
Yes. High flow oxygen,
High flow.
which is available in ICU only. And it has happened that his son was very recently unwell. He had to send him to Fearless, which is a private nursing home, for 10 days in ICU. It's not only prohibitively expensive, it is also very difficult for many a patient to go.
Sir, in our order, have you said anything about that ICU? That we have already said, no? 3-bed, all right. We record our appreciation to Professor Dr. Sushanandra Mukherjee, Head of Department of Neonatology, Nodal Officer, COE of Rare Disease, IPGME and R, SSKM Hospital, Kolkata, who is personally present before us and explained the various procedures. We have suggested that the tablet Defla DEFLA-ZACORT, which is the approved therapy for DMD, be given to the patients to cover the dosage for minimum 2 months.